Here we go again with another rpghorror horror story. So this isn't my story, but this is what I witnessed last night at the FLGS. I had gotten the email that my Pathfinder 2e books had arrived, so I headed to the store last night to pick them up. There were two people setting up a table getting set up for D&D. I'm assuming that the woman was the DM as she was setting up the maps, the screen and pulling notes out of her bag. As the clerk and I were chatting about the upcoming Superman movie, what looked like the rest of the table entered the store. One of them looked at the guy who was with the woman during the setup and stopped dead in his tracks. He just stood there, looking like he was about ready to cry. Eventually he shouted, "You asshole," sobbed, turned around and fled the store. I looked at the clerk with a raised eyebrow and he said he's been simping over the DM for weeks now, pulling the whole milady crap. I guess he didn't like the t-shirt her boyfriend was wearing. I looked again and saw what set him off. The guy who was helping the DM setup, and I now knew was her boyfriend, had a shirt that said, "I'm sleeping with the DM." I nodded, paid for my books, and got out of there before more drama hit. So, as you're no doubt aware, the worst part of this story is that somebody bought books for Pathfinder. I joke, of course, I won't yuck your yum and tell you what to play. There is, however, obvious lessons here. Firstly, you should never really assume whether or not someone is or is not in a relationship. You should consider everybody to be in a sort of Schrodinger's relationship, where until you are informed whether they are in a relationship or not, they are simultaneously in a relationship and not in a relationship. What does that mean? Well, it means that your behaviour should be that if you are interested in them romantically, then you are free to ask them if they would like to go on a date with you, but it means that you should not put all your magic beans in the basket that they are your one true love, and that they will reciprocate those feelings. There is no implicit guarantee that anyone on the planet will want to form an emotional or romantic connection with you, and until you have received confirmation that they would, you should rein your romantic fantasy in. A second wider point is that you should not be upset at people for you projecting onto them your expectations. Sometimes the people you like are in a relationship. Obviously we don't have that much actual information, but I feel like the reaction as stated here is a bit overblown. A lot of the dating advice will tell you that joining groups regarding hobbies or interests are a good way to meet people who you can date, and that is true, but it does mean you will also meet people that you are potentially romantically interested in, but who are also already in committed relationships. Third point, that's a cringe t-shirt. I wouldn't wear a t-shirt like that, whether I'm sleeping with the DM or not, and you'll never know if I am. Schrodinger's DM banger. Fourth point, this does sound a bit like a fabricated story. The reaction is a bit exaggerated, and milady types are always a prime candidate for content farming. Anytime someone unironically uses the term simping in real life, I feel like advising them to touch grass, which is maybe a response that suggests I am the person who also needs to touch grass. And for a final point, if this is a true story and this actually happened, then I think the person who posted it did the exact right thing by evacuating the dance floor immediately and leaving the store and the drama zone straight away. Do not engage, do not involve, take your awful Pathfinder filth home, you disgusting pervert. What do you think? Is it a true story? Would you wear that t-shirt? Let me know in the comments and tell me how you think Pathfinder is actually better than Dungeons & Dragons, and if you just gave it a try you'd see the same thing. Rat boy, stop being such an RPG prude. Okay. See ya!